is Siti Nur Anissa binti Haris.
Hi, my name is Nur Nadira Aizah binti Muhammad Nur.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Norai binti Muhammad Samri.
Hello everyone, it's me, Omar Zulkarnain.
Hi, my name is Nura Aina Salwani binti Ahirudin. You can call me Wani.
Hello, my name is Nur Hidayati Amira binti Cik Azmi and you can call me Hidayati.
Hello gang, I am Nur Dayana binti Saiful Nizan.
First of all, we will learn about observation. In this topic, there will be 7 subtopics. So, let's start with the first one. For now, I will explain about the definition of observation. Do you guys have any idea about what's the mean by the observation? Observation is an act of instant noticing, perceiving, or watching. It is a habit of observing or noticing something or someone. In science, observation involves the perception, which is becoming aware of something by using the senses, and recording of data using the scientific instrument. It is a fundamental aspect of all scientific research. Scientists use observation to collect and record data, which enables them to construct and then test the hypotheses and the theories. Other than that, it is typically the beginning of scientific method. An observation of the connection between two or more events may lead to an inference about the explanation for this connection, and then this inference may lead to a testable hypothesis, which can be tested through an experiment. Next, we are going to distinguish the types of observation. There are 2 types of observation, which are quantitative observation and qualitative observation. Okay, first, let's take a look to the quantitative observation. A quantitative observation is an objective method of data analysis that measures research variables using the numerical and statistical parameters. This kind of observation are those that answer the questions such as how many or how much. In other words, these are observations that count things and have to do with the numbers, amount, and measurement. And then, this method of observation views the research variable in terms of quantity. It is usually associated with the values that can be counted, such as age, weight, and volume. Okay, for example, for this picture, we can do a quantitative observation by asking the questions such as how many donuts are there and how much this donut weighs. So, do you guys have any idea?
I just want you back.
What we can observe here, we can simply count the donut. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 donuts. And then for the weight, we can see from the scale that the total weight of the 5 donuts is 500 grams. So that's what we need to do when we deal with the quantitative observation. Okay, let's move to the second type of observation, which is qualitative observation. This observation is a research method that using subjective parameters for gathering information and data. Since the focus on the qualitative observation is to equate the quality differences, so it is a lot more time-consuming rather than the quantitative observation. Qualitative observation deals with data that can be observed with our five senses, which is sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. This is because the focus of qualitative observation is the characteristic of the research subject rather than the numerical value or quantity. So, example for the qualitative observation that we can observe with our five senses are color, shapes, and texture of the object. Do you curious about how to conduct the qualitative observation? Of course, right? So stay tuned for the next video where one of my group member will explain more detail about it in the method of observation. But before that, let's take a look to the differences between the quantitative observation and the qualitative observation. Quantitative observation is usually conducted on large data sample size. It depends on the quantity of the research variable in order to arrive at the objective findings since data is quantified. While the qualitative observation is carried on small data sample size. This is because it is more expensive and personal, and the outcomes are the result of the extended observation of the research group. Quantitative observation methods use of the statistical and numerical parameters. According to this, carry out the quantitative observation means quantifying your data using the certain numerical value such as age, weight, length, amount, or other units of measurement. On the other hand, the qualitative observation use the subjective parameters. It does not quantify data, hence it is not suitable for the statistical evaluation. Rather than that, it focuses on the describing the nature of the research variable by their characteristics such as color, shape, smell, and others. Last but not least, quantitative observation is suitable for the scientific research. It utilizes the data gathering methods such as surveys in order to quantify and categorize the research data. This research approach aligns with the scientific method of the research where the data is examined using the measurable process in order to arrive at definite results. As for the qualitative observation, it is more suitable for the sociological investigation. Their methods such as naturalism involve the examining research group in their natural environment in order to arrive at an objective conclusion about their behaviors and characters.
Next, characteristics of the observations. There are 6 characteristics of the observation. First, observation is a systematic method. There must be a system in the observation. It is not random and unplanned. The numbers of the observations, the durations and time of the observations, the observation place or setting, equipment needed for the observations, and different observation procedures are carefully planned. Secondly, observation is objective. Before I proceed with this point, let me explain to you the difference between objective and subjective observations. Let's start with subjective observations. What is subjective observations? Subjective observation, including your own opinion, as we know that opinion can be biased and it is influenced by our personal life experience. And because we all have different experience, the result could be wide range of the contradicting observations. Therefore, subjective observations are not used when recording the scientific data. While objective observation is a fact, it was made without adding any personal opinion, bias or judgment. So we take a look at this image. This is a black widow spider, and what can you observe from this image? When you make a subjective observations, you may record that the black widow is scary, creepy, disgusting, ugly, or maybe some of you observe that this black widow is cool and crazy. So, as we know that opinion is not accepted in the observations. So, in the observations, we only focus on the objective. Objective observations in this image might include that the edges are light brown and ovals, the colors of the spiders is jet black, and there are red hourglasses on its belly. Besides, we could observe that the spider has 8 legs and 1 egg. Third, observation is specific. It is not only looking for the general characteristics of human behavior. Instead, it is focused at the specific aspects that are considered to be important and relevant in the term of the study's goal. In this image, we observe that there are red hourglasses on the backs of the black widow spiders, and scientists have studied more specifically on these red hourglasses. SCE in 2015 states that the red hourglasses indicates the female on the black widow spider and considered as the most deadly spiders in North America, with venom 50 times greater than a red snake. Wow! And fourth, observation is the aim. It must be guided by specific goals and objectives. Before the beginnings of the actual observation process, aim should be properly defined. Without clear goals and objectives, observation will be inefficient and expensive. Fifth, observation is quantitative, usually tally with the numbers of observations, durations, or any measurable device. Sometimes, diagrams are made to show the spatial relationship and make the analysis be more precise. Last but not least, observation is verifiable. The result of the observations can be checked and verified. Reliability, validity, and usability of the observations must be all verified. If the observations has been delegated and the results are questionable, it can be checked and verified by another person or different observer, or can be repeated by different observer. For example, I observed that the black widow has 8 legs. If you agree with me, then the observation is verified.
Hi everyone, it's me, Ain. So now I'm gonna talk about the importance of observation. So now we are going to focus 5 major points for the importance of observations. For the first point is observation is part of science. Why? Observation is essential in science. Scientists use observation to collect and record data, and it enables them to construct and then test the hypotheses and theories. Scientists observe in many ways, as they use their own sensors or tools, as they can notice the changes that may happen in an experiment. So the second point of the importance of observation is to test prediction on experiments. So when we do an experiment, we can observe and we can see the result of the experiments. So the third point of the importance of observation is we can see the result. Yes, that's our intention when we do the experiments, because we want to see the result of the experiments after we observe. So but unexpected things may occur during the experiments. So that is our fourth point of the importance of observations. So unexpected things that we see around us can stimulate our curiosity, which lead to new experiments, and we can know the new result from the unexpected things. Okay, the last point of the importance of observation is observational data. We know that observational data consists of detailed information about particular groups or situation, or in other words, observational data is collected by grouping people into different categories and observing how something affects them. That's why observational data is very important to make observations. So I hope you can understand the 5 major points of the importance of observation.